Gonna have a beautiful day. Your mind is at peace because you are working for peace. Even if you are by nature explosive, everything has a reason. And maybe you just haven't found the proper use for that sort of explosive energy just yet. But we are working to get there. With that being said, welcome to another episode of Mitigating Madness. My name's Anthony, and today we're going to try something a little bit different. What I do have for you is a ton of ghost stories, personal ghost stories. But it's not the only thing I want to talk about, because what happens when that runs out, right? There's plenty for me to tell you, and there's plenty that I want to share with you, and that's going to come in due time. But in the meantime, there's also a bunch of cool stuff that I react to a lot more and more on my Instagram page, which you should go ahead and follow that, Mitigating Madness on Instagram. So I want to bring some of that over here, because there's a couple videos that I would really love to do a deep dive on. I'm not going to do like a compilation, or maybe not just yet. Who knows? Maybe in the future. But for right now, there's a particular video that's been going around that I've sincerely been wanting to dig into. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to need you to do me a favor and just run up those likes. Hit that dislike if you think I'm not doing a decent job. But, comment down below. Let me know what you think I could be working on, or if you got a story to share of your own, or you have something you want to share, like one of these videos, like what I'm about to show, what I'm going to try in this video, then by all means, reach out in the comments down below. Find me on Instagram at Mitigating Madness or underscore Tony Ojeda. Although Mitigating Madness is where I'll primarily be focusing my attention for this, but both are valid ways to reach me if you ever need to. For today's video, I don't know if any of you have heard of or seen, there is a video circulating from Oaxaca, Mexico, of a frogman on a roof. Right now I have it from TikTok by the user UFO God News. I definitely recommend checking them out. I've enjoyed some of their posts. That being said, the thing is, we live in an age where AI is a thing, and a valid thing at that. There's tons out there that, I want to be true so bad, but gotta be realistic as well. And if you can make a deep fake with AI for just regular ass people, that it shouldn't be difficult to make a creature. I mean, immediately that removes the what's it called? Immediately that removes the, I'm blanking on what it's called right now. The something valley effect, where basically our brain sees these recreations, whether it be physical, whether it be digital, and it can't register that it's completely real. There's just something about it, whether it's how smooth maybe a specific lip movement goes, or the specific gleam on an eye. Like, it's things that we probably don't consciously think about, but our subconscious comes breaking out the moment we see that. It's easier to kind of get past that when you're looking at a creature, in my opinion at least, because it's already a non-human entity. So your brain's already kind of like, okay, we're already more open to what can and can't be out there for that. This video, however, I'm not gonna lie. On the one hand, I'll say there's too many angles for me to truly believe that like this didn't get captured. That like, listen, half my family is still in Mexico. My parents grew up there and all that. We're legal. Half my family's over there, you know. So I know how things can get, if it, especially in a local area where, it's sometimes mob justice. But this thing, I don't know, man, because all the angles are matching up as well with the movements, with the sounds, with its direction. So it's almost to say, like, it would be easier to say that this was a AI creature, AI machination, uh, if it was only on one camera. but it screams, it opens its mouth, and there's another video of it climbing. The one where it's climbing, I think it's a telephone pole. That one in particular kind of makes me question it, but I'm going to play it, and I apologize for the audio. I'm still working this stuff out. I know I have my mic right here, so hopefully it's not too bad. If it is, I'll mute it, and I'm going to try and overlay the video onto it so you can watch it with me. I'm going to play through it once, and I'll keep quiet just in the sake of, if it doesn't work, I don't have to redo commentary or anything, okay? Let's go. It's a camera on here.
The amphibian. It stands at about 6 feet tall, emitting frog-like calls that reverberate eerily in the night air. Witnesses reported it moving between the lake and the bank, seemingly unfazed by the cold water or the stunned onlookers. The video abruptly cuts off once the recording device, either a phone or a camera, appears to die, leaving more questions than answers. A series of comments below express varying opinions on the video's authenticity.
Okay, so once again, that's UFO God News at TikTok. Appreciate the posting of these videos, man. Doing a great job. Okay, so one thing that I noticed at the very end of that video is that the claws, there's a close-up of the hands. And this is, again, where I'm wondering, I don't know how advanced AI can really do this stuff. I know if someone's behind it, manipulating it, you can do whatever, right? But AI itself, I don't know if it gets these finite details. The hands are going over the corrugated, I think it's called, corrugated roofing. And they're bending with the roofing, not like without bone, but like how something would naturally wrap its hands around. The reason I pay attention to that sort of detail is because I have a little bit of an illustration background where I sincerely focused on interaction between human characters, or any characters in particular, with their environment. I have to pay attention to that sort of thing to draw it and make it look at least somewhat believable. That's what this looks like. That's what this looks like. But then again, when there's a profile shot, when the creature is opening, when the amphibian is opening its mouth and screaming, it just tends to like smooth out to a point where I wonder if it is just trying to be, it's an image trying to be generated. But again, the way it screams, it lunges, the way his feet move around and they twitch with the movement. It looks like the body is moving as a single piece of functioning machinery. The same way I would describe the human body when we move. When it screams, it lunges forward, and there's a tongue that's coming out. There's another angle where you get a slight upshot, and in that upshot, you get to see the roof of this thing's mouth. And while it is blurry, there is a level of detail that I feel just doesn't make sense if it's just a rudimentary AI generation. AI, an AI generated image or video. And I'm sure this isn't, because some people are going to want to say that this is going to be like, oh, well, then this explains the lizard man in, I think it was Iowa or Ohio. They've talked about the frog man all throughout the South. And the few times that there's been pictures of these things, I mean, they look different. I can imagine that they're not the same. They're not even the same species if it is a real thing. Yeah, no, this is just incredible, though. We also got to take into account that we don't live even 10 years ago anymore. We don't live 20 years ago, 30 years ago. People have access to technology, and incredible technology at that. This is a pretty pretty out there video, but I gotta say, I'm more on the side of believing in it, but I think that's more out of just wanting to believe. If I can find the other video, I'll probably tag it, or at least clip it onto the end of this. Again, any shout outs to whoever's posting these. I'm simply reacting to them, and if I do post them, I prefer to post them with my own opinion, my own thought to it. I'm not for just aping off of people's work. So shout out to him. I don't know if he's on Instagram, but for sure he's on TikTok. I'll put a link to his profile or her profile. But yeah. If I can get this to work out pretty decent, give me some grace. I'm doing this solo and I'm learning on the spot with everything else going on in life. So I'm gonna try and make this as smooth a video as I can. And if I can't, then I'll try again for the next one. And it's gonna keep happening like that until I find my flow. But even so, I really enjoyed this. I'll probably do a few more like this for the next couple episodes, or I might mix the bag up a little bit. Like I said, I've got plenty of ghost stories. I've got plenty of encounters. Not that they're all some sort of great, amazing thing, but my family seems to believe that I had the sight when I was a kid, and now as an adult, now that I've been going through, not that it's anybody's business, but therapy and shit like that. Now that I'm kind of I'm processing a lot of trauma. I feel like that sight, that vision, is opening back up. It was gone for a good while, or at least maybe I felt that way. I could always feel things, but I stopped seeing for quite some time. But in the last year or two, just kind of out of the blue, things have started to pop up again with a little more frequency. I've got to think that it's probably because I'm cleaning off my energy. If anyone wants to put it like that. I'm not typically the person to talk about energies and all that fun stuff, but shit, when the universe is providing you with enough evidence and proof, at least what would constitute proof to me, because I think these encounters, it's part of their nature. It's not quantifiable, at least by our standards for right now. I think that they provide us with a personal experience. And the both amazing part of it and the shitty part of it is that it's just for you. It's kind of like these things kind of just pop up and they're just like, hey, here I am. But guess what? You're never going to be able to capture me on camera. Not properly, not anything, right? Bye-bye, I'm gone. And be like, go tell somebody. Nobody's going to believe you. And you're just going to go crazy. You're going to seem crazy. But to you, I think that's why people are such hardcore believers when they encounter this sort of thing. Obviously, in this case, it is a real legit to quit full on encounter with a video to match. I'll post it if I can't add it to the video itself, to this video itself. I'll for sure be posting a link to it down below so you guys can see it. In any case, I'll have that available. But damn, yeah. This is an incredible piece of video, even for the potential of it to be legit. Well, that being said, again, my name's Anthony, and this has been Mitigating Madness. And again, if you could do me a solid, hit that like button. Dislike it if you feel that I've offended you so. Comment down below. If you've had any encounters, it doesn't have to be ghost either. I mean, if you legitimately believe you've had an encounter with a cryptid, something that's just considered high strangeness to the point of beyond, the usual cryptid or ghost sighting, by all means, share it. I absolutely love these stories, and while I may not always be able to speak on them maybe to the best degree or to everybody's preference, I can speak to them to my opinion and my experiences. If my voice is something that you enjoy through that, then cool, fuck it, be here with me. I'm gonna try not to be cursing too much either. I swear like a sailor, but I'm trying to clean it up. not just for the YouTubes, but for my own sake. I shouldn't be talking like that all the time, you know? Thank you for stopping on by. I hope you enjoy the video, and for sure, share it, subscribe, like all that fun shit. I'll see you on the next one.